Uh-huh. Okay, here we go.
Hello, hello.
Oh,
Can you hear
you're
me?
gonna have to fix your camera because it's sideways. You're gonna have to like make it.
You see me sideways? I see you sideways. Okay, let's try. Okay, maybe we can orient it. Let's try. Okay, let's see if it works. Let's see. Let's see how to make it work. Okay, you see me like this, Mike? You see me?
Oh, okay, it's back. Okay, there we go. There he is. You there, brother?
You don't. You
Uh,
don't see it straight,
no, I see you, but you're sideways.
like this. Okay.
There you go. I love that mask. That is wonderful.
Okay. No. Yes. There's a problem. My stand for the camera, it only works sideways. You understand? It only works like this. Can I rotate the camera? You know? Okay, I can. Okay. What do I do? No. I have to hold it. Okay. You hear me, Mike? Mike, you there, Mike? I'm gonna have to
All
hold
right.
it. Just my stand for the camera. It's only
Okay.
sideways. Okay, no problem.
Awesome. I love your mask, man. That's great.
It's called the Nukai mask. You know the Japanese
Yeah,
demon?
yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I thought it was. That's what it looked like. That's awesome. Well, everybody, I wasn't able to bring Justin on tonight. We had a scheduling conflict. So instead, I've got a very, very close friend of mine, an associate that I work with. This is my good friend and assistant.
Welcome. Happy to be here. Yes, happy to be here.
Yeah,
Can you
hopefully
hear
he's
me?
here. I think we're kind of like trying to. Uh, okay, great. Okay, good. All right,
I'm
Kirill.
seeing your
Tell us a
blue
little bit
eyes.
about yourself. Where are you from? Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, can you hear me? Wonderful. So I'm from Israel, from the north of the country. It's the Middle
Having a
East.
little trouble hearing you. Do you have free memory on your phone?
Okay, maybe.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, you're from Israel.
Okay,
Okay.
just a second. I will try to open. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Okay,
Huh. Hold on a second. I think I'm gonna try to
okay. Just a
maybe
message.
try and reload this, Kirill, because I think your internet is really choppy.
Okay, I'll try to reload it.
Hold on, brother. Your internet is really choppy. Like log out and then try to log back in.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, yeah, it was really choppy. Like it was like it was not syncing with mine. Yeah. Do you have a microphone in there? Yeah. Good idea, John. You know what, John? Actually, Mr. Frost, you know what? I got an idea. I have a really good idea now that you said that. Why don't we take this? Da-na-na-na. I have so much incense, John Frost. I have so much incense. You can't even believe it. Just look at this. That pile. That is a huge pile. That's like almost $300 of incense. Different flavors, different blends. Yeah. So we're gonna. Oh, I know. It's almost like like I'm hoarding. I feel like I have like hoarding. Yeah. You know, and I do that with oils too. So let's banish the negative entities that are causing us to have issues with communication. And yeah, okay, here we go. Now it's a party. Now it's a party. Okay. I can hear you. I can hear you. We lit the scent, the stick of go away evil incense, and now everything is okay. Good
The mask is
suggestion, John
okay.
Frost.
Yes, you can hear me.
I can hear you. Good suggestion, John Frost. That was good. Yeah, yeah, I like that guy. Whoever that guy is, I like that guy. He's sharp.
I like I like him also. He's
Yeah, I
helping
like
us.
that guy. Yeah, he's helpful. Okay, Kirill, tell us a little bit about where you're from and how you got started in magic.
Okay, so I'm from the Middle East, Israel specifically,
Mhm.
Sharon, Ra'anana. It's a medium-sized city in Israel. It's a high-class city with good people, nice neighborhood, very a lot of green, a lot of trees, very nice. And I got started in magic because I wasn't happy with the mundane world. I wanted to
Okay,
change everything. I wanted to get things I wanted. I couldn't get any other way.
let me ask you a question. Would you choose one or the other? Or I can see power or respect? Which is more important to you?
Respect.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I dig that. I dig that. Okay, cool. All right. Well, it's interesting to have a left hand path magician from Israel. I'm going to tell you that. I think you know that. That's just
Yeah.
unusual. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying it's unusual. You know. Well, I definitely can say that your people have fielded some of the greatest magicians in the history of the world. So we're happy to have you on the show, and I'm definitely happy to have you as a partner in the Temple of the Backward Street. You've definitely lived up to that so far, which is awesome. Very awesome. Left hand path. All right. Yeah, for sure. We get it.
Yeah.
Tonight, I want to talk with these guys about the hidden side of magicians for hire business that I don't think a lot of people see or hear or have any way to know. Um, so I'm gonna do that tonight. Since I brought you in to this, I know this has been something you've wanted for a while. How has your experience been with it? Has it been what you wanted it to be?
Partly it has been what I wanted it to be, but the dream and reality are never the same thing. The dream is always
Yeah,
perfect, ephemeral.
yeah.
You get
Do
everything
you
you
ever
want.
have?
Yes.
Do you ever suffer from something called imposter syndrome?
Yes, of course. I
Oh, isn't that the absolute worst? That is just the worst of the worst, isn't it?
Yes, you feel you're inadequate. You feel
Yeah.
you don't do enough. I suffer from it. I'm sure you also suffer
Yeah,
from
yeah. Oh, God! It's absolutely crippling. It happens to me once every 2 to 3 months, and I have it for like 2 weeks, and I just feel like a piece of shit. I'm a complete charlatan, a fraud, a fuck up. Like, how could I possibly accomplish anything for anyone? And then, you know what I have to do? I have to go back and get the book out of all the projects, all the client jobs, and find the check marks by the ones that were successful and the ones that were not, so that I can look and say, oh, okay, based on empirical evidence, I am more than just a 50-50 flash in the pan, here today, gone tomorrow magician. I'm here to stay. That's how I deal with it. How do you deal with it?
I creative imagination. I get it much more frequently than once every 2 months because I don't
Oh
have the
God.
history you have. You have 3.5 years, right? Even 20 years
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah. 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 Well, you know what? And that's why you hear me harp on a magician needs a logbook of experiments and results. Because without that, you can tell me that you're 70 to 80%. You can tell me you're 50 to 60, but how in the fuck do you even know? Right?
Right?
It's a wishful thinking number unless it's on paper with facts. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, it's like an accountant. You account for your
Yeah.
successes, you account for your losses.
And you're not going to win every case, man. I'm going to tell you right now, in this business, man, you're not going to win every case. There's going to be some cruel, heartbreaking losses where you almost had it and you just couldn't. And man, when that happens, it's really really hard. Because the client's all like, "Well, what the fuck happened? I thought this was supposed to be like, and you're like, oh, you're just like, oh, Jesus Christ. Then sometimes the client is going to fuck the job up themselves with all of their negativity, doubt, fear mongering, and poison. That's going to happen too. And, that's really frustrating when that happens. Really frustrating. Yeah. You're going to see a lot of stuff in this line of work, man. But to help other people get what they want through the art and practice of sorcery, that is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing.
You're helping people,
Yeah.
you're in the service
Yep.
industry, of course.
Absolutely. And when we serve other people, it elevates us and makes us more important. The act of service to others and being of service to others. You know that actually very well. A lot of people, a lot of Westerners, a lot of Americans, my people in particular, don't understand that concept. And it's not their fault. It's just something that they weren't exposed to. Um, to serve other people is definitely a path to elevate yourself, for sure. For sure. Uh,
So,
let's get into. Let's get into.
you want me to suggest a question?
Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
Okay, great. I love questioning. Okay, so my question is what kind of magic I do and how is my magic different than most
Oh,
other
yeah,
people?
that's a good question. That's a good question, man. Okay. Yeah, what kind of magic do you like to do and why? And exactly why? What is your specialty? Tell us about it.
Like I write on the forum, the occult mirror again. You should check it out. It's a really great forum. That I do hybrid magic. I take from both worlds, the world of ceremonial magic, the world of demonology, and the world of visionary magic, and I combine the best of the three worlds and to get results.
Absolutely. A man after my own heart. I do the same thing with demonology and ceremonial magic. I make a blend of them and take what works for me and run with it. That's exactly what I think everybody should do. Find what works and run with it. I will say that I've noticed over the course of 8 weeks, you're very versatile with the different kinds of magic you can perform successfully. Tell us why you're versatile.
I think I'm
Or what?
versatile because I studied a lot of different subjects during the years. I have a degree in biology from a known university in Israel. I studied
Okay.
the law. I studied to be a teacher. I studied the computer science. I studied a lot of many
Okay.
different fields.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Yeah,
So, so by
yeah,
studying
that's excellent. Yeah. So
different
you're a man that
fields,
has studied a lot. You have a wide variety of ways to draw.
yeah, so it helps me to study new fields. Magic is just the behind the scenes of reality. It
Yeah, it's the penetration into the subtle worlds. Yes. Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
and
How do you feel about the left hand path community that we engage with on the occult forum? How do you perceive that community, and how does it affect your work and your practice?
on the forum, the occult mirror, it's really nice
Mhm.
people. people who help each other, people who publish and guide new members and help. Many of the left-hand paths are not so nice, you know. Who
Yeah, yeah, you're damn right about that. Like they don't want to help you. They have no interest in seeing you grow. They don't give a shit if you know. Well, no, actually, John Frost, I'm going to tell you, I disagree with you there. There is a spirit that's courting me. Okay, right now. You have no way to know this, but I'll tell you. It's not. There's no such thing as an astral parasite in the temple of the backwards tree. We don't have that here. That doesn't work here. That just doesn't work here. We don't entertain that here. That's Prince Aurobus is one of my patrons, and he doesn't allow those kind of entities to even come into my lane. We're not. We don't do that. That's a big no-no, John Frost. I'm going to tell you what it is. We have a spirit courting me named Furfur, and as you know, Furfur often makes electronics kind of go weird when he's around. So I assume it's Furfur being playful when the interview started. But otherwise, I would say low-level entities can cause mischief with electronics. You're absolutely right. But in a full on temple, like you can see, this is a full service Citra temple. We just don't fuck with parasites here, man. We just don't have, you know. I mean, anybody can fuck with a parasite, I guess, but it's been like a decade since I've seen a real parasite, to be totally frank with you. Okay, back to the interview.
Mike, I guess I'm still on, but Mike froze. Okay, so I guess I'll open it to the audience. Do you have any questions for me, Mike? Mike, you there? Okay, you're back.